Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel to learn more about Swift programming. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how we can implement action sheet. If this video helps you in learning Swift, press the like button for this video and subscribe to my channel. So without delaying anymore, let's get started. So first, let me tell you what is action sheet and why do we need to use it. An action sheet is a specific style of alert that presents two or more choices related to the current context. On the smaller screens, an action sheet slides up from the bottom of the screen, and on larger screens, an action sheet appears all at once as a popover. We can use an action sheet to request confirmation before performing an operation so that we can give people a choice of items or actions that are related to a task. So as you can see, I have already created an demo project. So just go to the storyboard. I'm going to choose iPhone 8 Plus for my UI kit design. Now let's get started. I'm going to need only one button for this project so that I can show you how the action sheet works. So just fix this in the middle of the screen. Give this a trailing leading constants and a height of 40. And change the name of this button to action sheet. Okay, now our button is ready and I'm going to set a action method for this button and connect it to my view controller. Just press Control and press this and drag and drop to your view controller. The connection is action, so you don't have to change this. Give it a proper name as button action sheet tapped connect. Now you have connected the button's action method to your view controller. Now come to your view controller. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an alert controller and give it a preferred style as action sheet. Mm, let's create an instance of the UIAlertController. Let action sheet UIAlertController tag. First, let me show you, if you didn't give any title or message string, how the action sheet will show. Preferred style dot action sheet. I have already shown you in my last video that if you use preferred style alert, how this will help you in your project. So if you didn't watch my previous video, please give it a try. Now I have to create I'm going to create three instances for my action sheets actions, because there are three main actions for your action sheets, and these are default, destructive and cancel methods. And there is a UI kit design pattern for your action sheets which is provided by the Apple directly. So when you are going to show an action sheet, you must always try to show the destructive type of action for your action sheet, in the top. So I'm going to show the first action instance for my action set as let delete UI alert action title delete alert action. As you can see here, there are three styles: cancel, default, and destructive. So for my first action, I'm going to choose the destructive one. For now, I am not using any completion handler here. I'm just going to give this a value of nil. Then in the next option, we should try to give a choice to the users, so where the user can give a positive output to the interface. Let save React action. And this will be a default style. This will be nil. And at the very last, we should always uh, give the cancel type of action in the action sheet, because the cancel type of actions are going to be shown in the action sheet as a separate box. So we should always try to give the cancel action at the bottom of your action sheet. So create an instance here. So now I have created an instance for my action sheet, and I have created three instances for different actions for my action sheet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add each of these actions into my action sheet one by one. So first, action sheet dot add action, and I'm going to copy this delete instance and paste it here. In same way, copy this whole line, paste this two more times, and in the second one give save, and in the third one paste cancel. So now your actions are added to your action sheet. So at the very last, what I'm going to show is I'm going to display this action sheet into my screen. So I'm going to use present, going to give the instance for the action sheet in here. I want to animate this, and I want to give completion also nil. So now if I run this project, you will see how the action sheet will appear in the screen. I'm going to choose iPhone 12 for my simulator. So now a screen is appeared here. So if I press this button now, you can see the action sheet will appear from the bottom of my screen. See? There you have it. And you can see that the destructive style for my action is by default colored in red. The default action style save button here is here in normally, And the cancel type action, as I have already mentioned, you can see that there is a separator and it looks like this cancel box is completely different from this action sheet and it doesn't belong to this action sheet, but that's how this cancel type of action is created for the action sheet. And you can see that there are some extra space on the top of the delete button because I have give title and messages an empty string. If I give this title and message value of nil, you can see the top portion of the delete button, which is showing a blank box, will disappear. Now if I press onto this button, you can see that the blank space is gone now from here because I have set the value of title and message as nil. So if you do anything right now in here, it will just execute it and disappear from your screen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this action sheet a title and a message, and in some cases, or as I can say in most of the cases in the projects when you are going to work on, we are we have to give some extra operational tasks to each of the actions so that whenever a particular action is tapped, after the completion of that tapped action, there must be some more tasks to be operated in the screen. So that in this case, if I can say, if you are going to show your action sheet like this, delete, save and cancel, and let's say you are going to save image after clicking a picture from your camera, and you want to save this image, or you can just delete this, or you can just cancel the whole operation. So for that kind of projects or for that kind of works, you are going to give some more operational tasks to each of your actions. So now first set the title for my action sheet. Let's just say options, and in the message let's just say choose your option. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this handler nil value and use default, because in this case I do not need to use any kind of variable to complete the handler or to use when the action is completed. So I'm just going to give this underscore and in. After that I only just want to print here. So whenever a particular button or particular action is completed, some text is going to be print after each of them is completed. So now as you can see here, I have given some completion handler here. I have set some value that whenever any of my action is completed, some text is going to print in here, and that's how you can use some more extra operational tasks inside this completion handler whenever a particular action is tapped. So let me just show you if this is working or not. Run this again. Now if I press this button, as you can see, the title options came at the top and the message choose your option came next to the title, and there is a complete box for the title and the message all together, and after that the delete button, next to that is save and the cancel. So now let me just clear this. If I press delete, you can see the action sheet is disappeared from the screen and the delete text is printed in here. So next again press the action sheet. This time press the save and you can see the save text came here. Now press cancel and you can see the cancel text came in here. So that's it for today guys. I hope you have learned about action sheet. If you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to my channel to get all the future videos. And if you haven't watched my previous videos yet, give those a try. I'm sure you will learn something. So catch you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.